I think, we all kind of walk around with our entire lives painted on our faces in a sense, where that's a weird thing to say, but there's typically signs people have inclinations towards certain disciplines or ideas or just things, you know. My name is Blair. I am sort of from Texas, but kind of from all over. I grew up in the Middle East in Doha, Qatar. It was quite the experience. Majority of my time is Texas and now here. I think in a sense, LA is it's like a weird hub of media and people and an idea of a fleeting stardom that might not actually ever exist. It's like a lot of people chasing things. It's exciting though. It's like, when you're in a hub of an area. I was watching a lot of digital media. At the time, I also started consuming things at like 2 times speed or 2.5 times speed. I really wanted to just do something, have a project, have something that like differentiated myself or like allowed me to just work. What it is was initially like a vision of like a hub, almost like a glossary of a bunch of different like cool, very up and coming types of internet entities, like digital media things. And I was hoping to kind of like speak my mind on why I think it's such a burgeoning field. It's talking about internet culture. It's trying to be positive about it as well. There's like a give and a take, a double-edged sword with all of this, where there is still a lot of really fantastic, inspirational things happening. Didn't really take off until binging with Babish, which was maybe like, just I've thought about that a lot, but it was a good collision of audiences. He tweeted us out, it went like viral on a couple different things, really boosted the followership. Then since then, we haven't had the same level of success, and there's like been a lot of internal strife behind the scenes, and then just a general like lack of know-how on how to produce regularly and things of that nature. But after the first couple, I had begun like branding myself as this internet culture entity, and since then my story has evolved. So I think it's always sort of been there. It's just more like I need the rubber to hit the pavement, because it's like graduating in a year or so, year and a half or so, and put your money where your mouth is. I live in a lot of fear about this, because it's like I have not received traditional training in any of these disciplines, and it's really up to me to prove to anyone that I know what I'm talking about or know how to do certain things. I've been thinking a lot about like, why do I draw what I draw? I draw like a lot of abstract designs and faces. I think on some level it could indicate like all my faces look kind of sad or stern or upset, just solemn. So maybe it's like a reflection of my inner self. Maybe it's some like extreme egocentrism. So I don't know if I'm drawing myself. I don't know if I'm drawing something I'm seeing. But yeah, no, it just kind of comes. It's my default. But I'd say like my path with a lot of this, I'd love to be able to integrate it in some of my work online, and I'm taking the steps to like learn animation and learn graphic design at higher levels to do such a thing. But yeah, it's just like a battle to get up and keep moving at all this stuff. There's a lot going on.